The legend is told about Rav Michal of Zlochev. Now, Rav Michal had a custom, a practice every single day, and it was a bit bizarre. And that was, he used to come to shul and wait until the very end, till the last person finished davening, before he began davening. So he was the latest one in his town, in Zlochev. And people asked and said, Michal, what's the story? What are you waking up late every day? Why are you davening the last one out of everyone? You got to wait till everybody else finishes? And so Reb Michal explains as follows, based on that which we find in our parsha this week. The Torah describes how the Jewish people encamped and how they traveled. And each tribe would be told when they would travel. The last tribe, all the way in the back of the pack, was the tribe of Dan. That was because they had an awful lot to carry with them. But the tribe of Dan was called the Me'asef L'chol HaMachanos. They were the Me'asef, they were the gatherers of all of the Machanos, of the entire encampment. And Rashi explains to us that they were Balei Chesed, they were known as being kind. And the reason for that is because they were the lost and found. So many people, more than 1 million people, Jewish people, traveled. And people were bound to forget things, to lose things, to drop things. And it was the tribe of Dan who would collect everything that was left over by the other tribes that passed already. And if anyone had lost something, they would run to the tribe of Dan and say, did you find that which I lost? And they would have it returned to them. And so Reb Michal explained as follows. He says that when it comes to davening, when it comes to all of the tefillos that the Jewish people daven every single day, there are so many tefillos, so many prayers that are davened without the proper focus and without the proper concentration. So he says, that's why I wait until the end, when everyone's finished davening, so that I can take the place of all those tefillos that have not been davened properly, and I could do a proper davening to hopefully strengthen all of those prayers, and to lift up all of those prayers, all of those tefillos to Hashem. I thought it was a very beautiful thought, and really something that I think we should apply to our lives on a different level, and that is, there are many times where we daven and we focus on our own tefillah. We focus on that which we need, whether it's strength or it's financial security or it's health, whatever it may be, we focus on ourselves. But the way in which the Anshe Knesset HaGadola, the way in which the men of the Great Assembly composed our tefillah, namely our Shemona Esrei, was in a language which was plural. Rifa'enu, Barech Aleinu. We ask Hashem to heal us. We ask Hashem to bless us. Everything is in the plural because when we daven, we don't simply daven for ourselves. We daven for all of Klal Yisrael, for all of the Jewish people. And even if there is a particular area of tefillah that we say, you know what, thank God I'm very happy and I bless Hashem, I thank Hashem for giving me this thing, and I don't need necessarily to focus so much of my davening on this area, I'd rather focus on another area. So the lesson of Rav Michal of Zlochev is that we should bear in mind that we have a responsibility to daven for all of the Jewish people, to daven for someone else who needs a refuah shalema, for daven for someone else who needs a job, to daven for someone else who needs shalom, who needs inner peace, someone else who needs shalom bayis, to keep other people in mind when it comes to our tefillos. And that's a message that we learn not only from Rav Michal of Zlochev, but also I think a message we learn from our Parshas Behaaloscha, and the lesson of Shevet Dan, being Me'asef, returning all the items that were lost. And for us, even if it's those tefillos that individuals have a hard time davening, we could take it upon ourselves to daven for them and keep them in mind. Thank you for listening, and have a good Shabbos.